Yoko Fujita learned most of the stories she knows from the old farmer who worked the field next to her house. She was 8 years old when her baby sister was born, and she was sad and jealous, and she was sometimes resentful of the other children in her class who never quite accepted her. She wasn't really from that town, had been evacuated there with her family when the war broke out. When they saw a frog hopping across the clearing while she sat with the farmer would often tell a frog story, or if they saw a snake, Zuru Zuru Yoro, he had snake stories. But one day he told her this story when he saw a spider. There was once, he said, a very bad man. In his entire life, he did only one good thing. That was, as he stepped out one day, there was a spider in his path. And he almost stepped on it, but he saw the spider, and he withdrew his foot and stepped around. He spared that spider's life. That's the one good thing he did in his life. So when he died, of course, he went to hell. And when the spider died, she went to heaven. There's room in the Japanese heaven for animals. And one day, looking down from heaven, the spider saw and recognized that man suffering the torments of hell, the lakes of blood, the razor-sharp mountains. And the spider was moved to compassion and spun a tiny filament of silk and lowered it down, 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 from heaven, down, 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 all the way into hell. And that man saw the thread descend. Saw it was his chance to escape. And he grabbed a hold of that thread, and never questioning in his mind whether it would hold, he climbed higher and higher and higher. He was up above the razor-sharp mountains, the steaming lakes of blood, when he felt a kind of swaying on the rope, on his thin thread. And he looked down, and he saw that other souls were attempting to climb up. Well, there were dozens hanging on that same thread. And he looked down, and he said, "Get off! This is mine!" And that's what caused the thread to break.